All right, number 4 says the kind of thoughts that keep a person from falling asleep can arise in either half of the brain. Cool. Therefore, a person being prevented from sleeping solely by such thoughts would be able to fall asleep by closing the eyes and counting sheep. All right, so we're saying like, hey, we have these thoughts. The thoughts that can keep us from falling asleep can be in either half of our brain, but if we count sheep, we can get rid of all of these thoughts, I guess. Because this activity fully occupies the left half of the brain with counting and the right half of the brain with imagining sheep, thereby excluding the sleep preventing thoughts. All right, cool. So our conclusion here is a person that is being prevented from sleep solely by such thoughts would be able to fall asleep by closing and counting sheep. Why? Because all right, so essentially we're saying that if you can't fall asleep because of these thoughts, so if you are not able, so I'm going to say if you cannot fall asleep, it's because you either have thoughts in your left side of your brain, right, or your right side of the brain. But we go on to say that counting sheep gets rid of both of those problems. So we no longer have them. We no longer have thoughts occupying our left and right side. So therefore, if you count sheep, you're able to fall asleep. So we're looking for something that is going to get rid of our two problems to get to our conclusion. So A says S is a poor insulator, but brick and wood are good insulators. So a person who wants to build a house in an area with a cold climate should use brick or wood instead of S. No, because this is saying like, hey, this one thing is bad. These two things are good. This is our problem. You should use the two good things. Nope, we're not getting rid of our two problems here. All right, B says cats can damage furniture with either their claws or their teeth. All right, so I like this because it's giving us two problems. We can damage things with our claws or our teeth. So such damage can be prevented by providing cats with either objects that they will claw and bite. Oh, I like this. So it's saying like, hey, we have this problem that we damage furniture, just like falling asleep. The reason that we have that problem is because we either have thoughts in our left or right side of our brain, or because we have claws or teeth. And then we're saying such damage can be provided by giving us this toy because it takes away those two problems. Where in our argument, we say you can count sheep, which take away those two problems. And that's why our answer is going to be B. C says this map indicates that two roads of equal length each lead to Centerville. So a person who wants to take the shortest route to Centerville could choose either one. Cool. We're not saying like, oh, you should count sheep or do this other thing and both will work. So this isn't our answer. D says these chemicals are harmless by themselves, but explosive when mixed together. So we're saying like these are okay when they're separate, but terrible together. So in order to be kept in the same lab without risk, they should be stored separately. Nope. And then E says the island has two harbors, but one of them is too shallow to permit large ships. So this ship will have to dock in the harbor in order to unload its cargo. So this is saying that, hey, we have two harbors, but one of them doesn't work. So therefore, we need to use the other one. This isn't our answer. If this were our answer, ours would have to say something like, there's two methods for falling asleep, but one of them you're not able to do. So therefore, you have to use the other method. And that's not what ours says. And that's why our answer is B.